Very greetings to all. In this video, we are going to talk about tender, and also we are going to get to know about the very basic detail and basic understanding about what is this particular tender and what are the various procedures and steps which we have to follow in this particular tender system. So this is going to be a very basic video where we can understand about the entire tender system in a very basic level. Okay, let's start this video. So in tender, the official meaning or the definition, the tender is that the tender is an official offer or invitation. It's an official invitation or official offer for a work or service or supply. So this is a official invitation for a work or service or supply. So this is the official meaning for a tender. So this particular tender normally issued by the authority, any authority who need a service or supply. So they will invite the suppliers or contractors for the particular work. So this is called tender. And in this particular tender, there are many types of tender. That is called open tender. Next one is called limited tender. Okay, so this is called limited tender. That is also called it as a selective tender. Then single stage tender and two stage tender. First, we will talk about open tender. Open tender is the tender which is this particular tender which is invited in all the medias, especially all the newspapers, websites, in all the ways. So the tender is a very large scale. So the participant or the candidate will be very more. Okay, so this tender is invited to the large number of open to large number of candidates. So this is called open tender. Next one is selected or limited tender. So this particular limited tender normally used in a selective to find a selective contractor. Say for example, if a authority, say for example, a authority they want to construct a building near Kanyakumari district. So they want a contractor only near to the Kanyakumari and its surrounding places. So the tender looking for the contractor only near to that particular area, or they may include that contractor should be located within 50-kilometer radius. So this particular tender has a very selective scope. So this kind of category, which we can call it as a selective tender, or the tender can be focused in technical aspect also. If say for example a contractor have a particular qualification is mandatory, so that kind of tender is also called as a selective tender. It's simply, we can understand it is a it's a more focused way of selecting the contractors. So that is called selective or limited tender. Next one is single stage tender. Single stage tender means in this tender normally they have to file two kind of stages. The first stage will be normally they check all the financial and commercial aspect, the cost, construction cost or estimate cost or service cost, all the construction aspect will be the first thing. And then second stage will be they collect all the technical details. So that is called the next stage. So single stage tender, in this one stage they will finalize everything. Suppose the contractor apply for the tender, within the single stage they finalize the cost as well as the technical part. Everything they will finalize in the single level of stage, a single stage level. So this is called single stage tender. The next one is called two stage tender. Two stage tender normally they have two stages. The first stage they verify the technical, or the first stage they only finalize the commercial aspect, and the next stage they will finalize the technical aspect. So this is happen in two level. So two level of stages. So this is called two stage tender. And we learn this procurement terms. There are important terms in tender. RFP, that is called request for proposal. This particular term normally used for civil engineers or architects or any artist also. So whoever has a very creative idea, the particular authority want their proposal or basic idea or basic concept about any project, so they request for a proposal. So this is applicable for a service oriented a profession or consultation business, and this will not come for the service or manufacturing tenders. This is only for consultation, suitable for consultation professionals. Next one is RFQ, request for quotation. So this particular term is refers to they are asking for the quotation, the prices, only the prices. So that is called request for quotation. The third one is EOI, expression of interest. Expression of interest, this particular term normally used to invite the designer, architects, interior designers, artists, anybody, those if they have interest in this particular project, first they are asking or willing whether you have the interest or not. So initially they ask the expression of interest on this particular project. So first they are asking the people who are interested in this project, they may apply as an expression of interest. After getting this, they will go into the next level of stages. Okay, so this is called expression of interest. So all such three categories normally will suitable for architects, engineers, designers, and creative people, consultation people. So such kind of people, they use this kind of terms normally appear in the tender form. Okay, we'll see the next slide about see this is the sample advertisement I have taken from the newspaper. So this is how the tender normally will appear in the newspaper, and nowadays there are tender which is coming in the online also, so that is called e-tender. So in those days there is no online, the tender only come in newspaper and other printed media, but today we have a lot of tender coming in online, so that is also called as a e-tender. So we can apply any tender through online also. And one more thing, in this particular tender they given the work job, and also they given the deposit amount. The contractor or the candidate has to pay some kind of security deposit, that is called EMD, earnest money deposit. They have to pay. This particular amount will be decided by the authority. So this is a tender sample. So next we will talk about bid. What is bid? So we know that tender is a official invitation from the authority. Bid is a official offer by the candidate. Very simple. Bid is the official offer given by the candidate. So suppose I am the candidate, so I am giving my price. I am giving my price detail for the particular work. So that is my offer. So that is called bid. So bid is normally submitted by the candidate, and tender will be released by the authority. So I am the bidder. The paper I am submitting is called bid, and the person or the candidate who is submitting the bid is called bidder. And in this particular bill, there are two types of bid. One is called technical bid and another one is called financial bid. When I am submitting a bid, there are two covers. The first cover handle the technical bid. What is my qualification and what are all the equipments and what are all the methodology I have to follow. All such technical thing will cover in this particular technical bid. And the financial bid about the cost, prices, estimation, so everything which have this particular cover, this is called financial bid. So this is called two stage system. They have two covers. The first cover has the technical bid and the second cover has the financial bid. So what is the key elements of bid? A bid definitely should consist of price and cost is very important, and the bid should consist scope of work and timeline is very, very important in the bid. And the bid should consist experience and qualification. The bid should consist the methodology. So all such factors are very, very important thing we have to compulsory mention in the bid. Next, we discuss about the overall the progress. What are the various progress or stages that we should know about in the basic tendering system. So the first process, preparation of tender documents. So this was prepared by the authority who want the work has to be done. So they will prepare the tender documents. And the next stage, invitation to tender. So normally they invite invitation to the tender through medias and papers and websites. And the next one is the bidder will prepare the tender preparation. The bidder will prepare the tender. The fourth stage is tender submission and opening. So the fourth stage, normally they will collect all the tender forms submitted, fully filled tender forms by the candidate or the bidder, and that will open in a particular day. So that is called tender submission and opening the tender. And the authority will check or evaluate all the tenders. Whoever submitted the tenders, the authority, they will evaluate or scrutiny. They completely go through all the tenders and they will study which is the best candidate. So that is called evaluation of tender. So after that, after selected the candidate, the next thing is the tender awarding and contract negotiation. So after selecting the candidate, if the authority is satisfied in a particular candidate, so they will announce the candidate name, and also they award the candidate, and also they, after that, they contract. They have to make a contract is very important. After the tender is finalized, they have to sign a proper contract to the work, and also they can negotiate the price. So anyway, they are confirmed the contractor or candidate, and after that they are definitely they will negotiate to reduce the price or any other things. So that will be happen in this particular stage. Then after getting contract is signed, the next stage is pre-construction stage. Okay, this is called if it is a construction project. So this is a pre-construction stage. The bidder or the candidate started the construction work. The bidder is a contractor, so he will start the construction stage. So that is called pre-construction stage. The next eighth one is construction phase. So this is the actual construction phase. The work is going to take place. The next one is the project completion and handover. The last stage, before the last stage, this is called the project is completed and they hand over the project. And the last, after that, completion is over, construction is over. The 10th point is post construction and maintenance. So in some tender or in some construction project, it is normally they have to the contractor has to do the maintenance also. So that is, if it is mentioned in the tender conditions, definitely the contractor has to follow that also. So that is called post construction and maintenance. So based on every stages, the payment will be released by the authority as per the contract. So this is how a tender is worked in a particular system. So this is a very basic level of tender and this particular bidding system. I hope this particular video will be useful for you. We'll see in the next video with very good information. Thanks for watching. Thank you again.